What's poppin', guys? I am back with another video for you guys. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but you know, life happened. Let's jump right in. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your push notifications so you can get alerted of when I post new videos. So today, this video will be about my John Jay college experience, and I am currently a senior. I have one more semester left, and I feel like since I'm a senior, like, let's get it. Like, I'm about to get out of here. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's lay everything out on the table. This is not just for people that go to John Jay or want to attend John Jay. It's useful to anybody who's going to college, thinking about going to college, thinking about transferring to a four-year school, thinking about continuing their education. This can be useful to anybody. Anybody. Here's where I'm about to, now we about to get in. I explained that, we about to get in. So, when I first got to John Jay, I didn't realize that it was gonna be I wouldn't say it's much more difficult in high school, but I would say the course load, like the workload, is much more. I wasn't prepared for that. My advice to anybody who's coming out of high school and going into college, I would suggest preparing yourself for a 4-year if you think that you're ready. If you're not ready to just jump right into a 4-year, make sure that you go to a 2-year. That you're gradually preparing yourself to get to that 4-year school, and by the time you're in your sophomore year, say you decide to go for your associates, you'll be prepared enough to keep up with workload and everything that's about to hit you, because it's gonna hit you. I went from John Jay, my first semester, 2014. I went straight in. Anyway, sorry, my dog is very loud. I went straight in from high school. It was in August of 2014. I had an English, a math course. They weren't remedial. I had a film course. I had an Africana Studies course, and I had a drug use and abuse course. I remember all my classes because 2 of my professors that I recently took, I took them during that time also. So the courses wasn't completely hard. Some of them were a little difficult, but I didn't finish.
That's true.
So only class that I was going to by October of 2014 was the math course, because math was my favorite subject at the time. I was going to math, and I was going to my drug use and abuse course. Everything else, I wasn't going. It wasn't too much for me, but when you're not focused, you're not prepared to go straight into a school like John Jay, some of these professors are really, really, really tough. Make sure you use Rate My Professor. Not every professor is gonna be horrible, even though like they say like they'll have like bad reviews. Just make sure you do your own research sometimes, because that may be a class that you need and you're missing out because of one bad review on the professor. So I didn't finish school that semester. I had dropped out, I stopped going, and I unofficially withdrew from my classes, meaning I dropped out. I didn't tell the school, I just stopped going. I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell my friends. I was lying saying that I was going to school, knowing damn well I was not going to school. I was going to the city and walking around for a couple of hours, and then I would come back home. Don't be like me, don't be like IKEA. For anybody who is about to start college, do not be like me, okay? After I dropped out, I didn't have a job. I dropped out, depending on my mom and my stepfather. So I was just living the bum life, not doing anything at all. I didn't want to tell anybody because I was very embarrassed about dropping out, but it is what it is. So I unofficially withdrew from my classes. I didn't withdraw from them, meaning I didn't tell an advisor, I didn't tell a college that I was dropping out of school. So when you unofficially withdraw from your classes, meaning you drop out, you didn't tell, you just leave the class, you don't attend no more, that means that you are leaving on your transcript for those grades that semester. You're getting WUs for each and every grade. I'm going to drop a picture of my classes and my grades so you can see what it says. And at the bottom for GPA, it says academically dismissed.
You stupid.
Oh, here was my issue. 2015 comes now, and I'm ready. I got my mind right. I'm like, I'm going back to school. I'm doing this. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish school. I wasn't told that I was academically dismissed from the college. The only reason why I found out, I was speaking to an advisor. She went through it. She said, you could apply for classes again. Your financial aid is fine. Just, fill everything out again. If nothing changed, just make sure you keep everything the same, and you could register for classes. You'll be ready for school spring 2015. So I'm thinking that everything is fine. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm about to go back to school. I don't owe no money. I checked right before class was about to start. This is January 28, 2015. All my classes is off of my schedule on CUNY First. So I'm looking now, I'm like, what is going on? Like, why did it disappear? I call the registrar's office. They said you have been academically dismissed from the college and you owe $2,500 to the college for the classes that you unofficially withdrew from.
Damn!
Yeah. So I wasn't working. I wasn't going to school, and I owed $2,500 to John Jay College of Criminal Justice. So you can only imagine how I felt during that time. Like, I just was completely over it. So I finally decided that I was going to go back to school, and then I realized that I wasn't making the payment for the school fast enough, and it went straight to the creditors. It went to the creditors now, and now I'm like, oh my God, my credit score is gonna be horrible. When I finally got the money to pay them back, I paid them back. See, it's a process when trying to get back into school after dropping out. So I had to pay the money back, which was $2,500. And then after paying it back, I had to get the receipt, take it to JSTOP, show them proof of that. And once I showed them proof, the block on my account was lifted. And now I was able to go and register for classes. But here's where it gets tricky. In order for me to go back to John Jay, I had to attend a 2-year school, get my GPA up, and then transfer back, or wait to graduate and then transfer back. That's exactly what I did. I started at Kingsborough Community College 2016 fall. Everything transferred over as far as my medical. I didn't have a GPA, so it didn't really matter. My documents, everything transferred to that school. So all I had to do was pay the fee for admissions. I had an advisor who helped me out throughout the school year. That's pretty much it. I had a schedule from Monday to Thursday, and my first semester went great at Kingsborough. The thing about Kingsborough and community colleges, they have semesters, and then they have like winter and summer modules, just like in 4-year schools also. But the thing about the CUNY community colleges, you don't have to pay. Once you say you go to school for the fall, your winter is free. You go to school for the spring, your summer is free. So that's the good way of trying to get out of school on time and faster. That's what helped me get out of my 2-year within 2 years, and that's it. Like, nothing more, nothing less, that's it. Being a criminal justice student inside of Kingsborough Community College, I automatically would get accepted into John Jay. No application fees, no application. Because you are a criminal justice student, you automatically are part of CUNY Justice Academy. Like, you jump right in. You take all of your classes that you need in Kingsborough, so when you get to John Jay, you're only taking like major courses and a couple of electives during that time. So here's where it got tricky, because I got out in 2 years. 2018 June, spring 2018, I graduated, got my associate's degree. The problem was, being that I dropped out in 2014 at John Jay, trying to get back in, it's easier for students who never attended John Jay. But being that I attended and got academically dismissed, now I had to get forgiven basically by the college. And in order to get forgiven, I have to get all my papers together, told them that I graduated, so I had to wait until it updated on my CUNY First that I graduated in order to get back into the school. So now I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Everybody is able to get back in. They can apply for classes. I can't apply for classes. Anybody who's a part of the Justice Academy, they get first dibs on the classes, first of all. And another thing, in community colleges, if you apply early enough, I think you have up until your second semester at a community college in a certain amount of credits. I'm not sure how many it is. I could double check for you guys, but join the ASAP program. ASAP helped me majorly because I had an advisor. I got a free semester Metro card. They paid for all my books, and whatever financial aid did not pay for, ASAP covered it. Shout out to ASAP in the community college. So it was a bit tougher for me because I had to transfer back into John Jay after being academically dismissed from John Jay. So they had to forgive me. So there's a forgiveness program, and I had to go through that in order to get back into John Jay. I didn't know all of this, so I thought that the reason why I wasn't getting accepted back into John Jay was because of my financial aid. I didn't have all the paperwork that I needed. Still didn't get accepted, so I'm wondering what's going on. Like, why can't I register for classes? I spoke to the supervisor at J Express. I'm saying J Stop, it's J Express. At J Express, and he told me he doesn't understand why nobody is telling you that you didn't even have to do all of this. It's only because you had to get the block lifted off of your CUNY first. So I'm like, so I went through all of this. I wrote a whole forgiveness letter. I did all of this extra stuff just for them to have to get the lift off of my account. He said, I'm gonna get the lift off of your account, but you're gonna be on academic probation. So basically the academic probation for me, well, it may be for anybody who's on academic probation, but during my time there, the academic probation for me was I had to keep my GPA above a 2.5, which my GPA had to be coming from Kingsborough. It had to be above a 2.5. So my advisor advised me that all my classes had to be above, it had to be a C+ and above. My GPA could not go lower than 2.5, or like I wouldn't get financial aid anymore and I would have to do the whole process over again. So now I'm kind of like, I wasn't upset and I wasn't like angry or anything. I was just ready to jump back in. But of course, you know, life hits you, things start happening, school starts getting difficult. So I started to utilize the writing center. The wellness center at John Jay is really, really great. If you feel like you're going through anything, or if you need to just speak to somebody, or if you're having trouble, go to the wellness center. Utilize the wellness center. It is really, really great. If you're a female, we have a women's center. I believe it's on the 8th floor in the new building. Great. I managed to get a 2.9 GPA my semester coming back into John Jay. It wasn't the best. I could have done better, but it is what it is at the end of the day. From that point on, it's been grind mode. So I've been taking 4 classes each semester, 12 credits each semester, and that's the only way you're going to be able to maintain financial aid. If you're a full-time student, you have to take at least 12 credits and below 18 credits. So that's how I've been getting covered for full financial aid each semester. I didn't have to worry about buying my books because they send you a book check. And I'm going into my 4th semester at John Jay, and I graduate fall 2020. Whoa, I can't vote for shit. But anyway, during quarantine, with the whole remote learning, your girl got a 4.0 GPA. All A's, 6 classes. 6 classes, y'all. Like, clap it up for me.
Oh my God! Wow!
Like, it was tough, but I did it. And when you put your mind to things, you can definitely do it. But yes, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you enough information. Once again, you guys, you know I will be uploading a new video soon. And with school and with work and COVID, I'm dealing with it. But I'm gonna get the videos out there. Thank you once again, guys. I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate everybody viewing. I appreciate everybody likes. I appreciate the comments. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on your push notifications for my next video, and I'm out.